everyone, Sean Dalrymple, host from Army Buck Hunters Force on Force from the Sportsman's Channel. Hey, I know it's been quite a while, but I'm in the Army, guys, and I PCS'd, and that's what happened to me. It's taken me quite a while to get settled back in, get my new job and up and running. So, hey, but I did shoot some videos last year deer hunting, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the HUA channel if you haven't, and you hit that alert button so every time we drop a new video, you make sure you get alerted. So, you know, part of being in the Army, like I said, is about PCSing and getting to a new location. But for me, getting to this new location is Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and its place is just crawling. The state of Missouri is crawling with deer. I mean, it is a phenomenal place to be a hunter. You can just hunt quality big deer here, and then just great places to get youth involved into hunting. And so really when we talk about this hunt, we're going to talk about getting youth involved. When we talk about this, we're going to talk about my son, Ethan, who loves to hunt. Ethan has just got such a heart for it. But to do that, we kind of got to take a trip down memory lane. We got to go back a couple of years. And to a trip we took down to Trinity Oaks Thumbtack Ranch. Beautiful property with our nonprofit down there. And I got the opportunity to go down there and hunt. But being a good dad, I took both my boys down there and got to go take them and possibility to get a chance at their first deer. But I really want you to take a quick look at this video of Ethan going down there and his expectations and to understand how he kind of felt about deer hunting. He just ate up with it, would go with me all the time and was ready to really get his first buck. So, on a little road trip, I got James over here. Nice headphones. We got Ethan. What's up, Ethan?
Nothing.
We ready for this?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
We're going to kill 6 animals.
6 animals? Why 6 animals?
Because 2 free shots.
Oh. I think he's a little ambitious, but we'll see.
Don't worry, it's going to happen.
You sure about that?
It's my word.
What'd you get for... So his brother James kills a spike down there, and Ethan ends up getting to a chance at a javelina. It has a weapons malfunction, is the rest of the story. And on the final morning, he does something that shows maturity beyond his years. He's going to get a chance at a big buck, and because of the way the blind was, the window that he was going to shoot out of. He just could not, his size, he could not get the right angle on the deer. And he showed maturity beyond his years and turned to me and said, Dad, I just can't make that shot. And so because of that, he didn't shoot. And most hunters would not have done that. And so he had walked away from that hunt a little bit dejected, a little bit disappointed, and been committed ever since there to get his first buck. So, you know, I moved here, got this piece of property, and then my neighbors, Brian and Dana next door, let me have the opportunity to hunt, on their property, which is great. And Randy Garner, our Buck Hunters Force on Force national champion, ring buck hunter, first ever, came over. He lives right here near me, and, we set this property up, a couple food plots, and a couple of ground blinds, and really got this property working good. Have a lot of deer coming in. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But what we really want to talk about as we go into this hunt, I want to talk about the AccuFire Noctis V1 scope, because as I already mentioned about Ethan going down there to the Thumbtack Ranch, and he's showing that maturity beyond his years because he couldn't make that shot. Because of not being able to take an ethical shot, he walked away from there empty-handed. I want to make sure that I kind of removed that issue from him this time. And we partnered with AccuFire this past year, and they came on board. And I can't say enough about this scope. Great, killed a couple of animals with it. Great for hog hunting, coyote hunting. And what I really like about it is with youth, and you're going to really see that in this video, because one of the things it helps me do is I can see the same thing he can, either behind the screen or I actually have it remoted to my phone. And so I don't have to worry about him with a shot placement or anything else. And I can reassure him, hey, you're good, buddy. You're good to take a shot. And you're going to see that in all this. And so I think that's very, very important when we talk about how big a deal this scope optic here played into this hunt. And how I think with youth, that can be a kind of a game changer. I can't say enough about it, because a lot of times we're worried whether they're going to take a good shot or not. And with this, it takes all the guesswork out. So, he got here, we have 2 youth seasons, one in October, November time frame, right before gun season opens. We only have about 16 days of gun season here. And then, because he wasn't here then, and then we have the day after Thanksgiving, we have got 2 or 3, 4 days, I remember correctly, of youth season, which is kind of great. It's a 3-day period, I believe, for youth season during that period. So he's here. We're going to have a great time. We're going to hunt. It's going to be awesome. Weather's going to cooperate. I got a lot of big deer coming in. I mean, take a look. I mean, I got all kinds of deer. You see some of the pictures here, trail camera footage. It was great. Had all kinds of deer coming in. I'm thinking, man, he's going to have either an opportunity to spike, a doe, maybe even a big deer, because, hey, if a deer comes in and it's a big deer, I'm going to let him kill it. Because, to be honest, what I really thought was going to happen was I was chasing this big, non-typical, funky-looking 14-pointer. He had a really, you can see from the picture right here, the trail cam picture, he had a really funky one side to him. And I just knew, I had never seen him in the daytime, and I just knew, the way it happens. I just knew that Ethan was going to be in there, and that was what it was going to happen. And I had just killed, about 2 weeks earlier, had killed a 9-point in there. And I thought, well, man, if he gets opportunity, man, it'd be awesome. I want him bad because I'm trying to kill him with my bow. But if Ethan gets to kill him, it'll be awesome. I'm thinking, man, we have a great time. But what you're going to find out is, man, we just, for some reason, we didn't see a deer. Man, we've hunted for 2 solid days. And the other thing that didn't help us was there were some deer in there. But I also, I have a little bit of TBI, traumatic brain injury stuff that gives me some vertigo type stuff that happens to me every so often. I get vertigo, and I got that. And fortunately, I've got some medicine that I take that helps me with that. But because of that, there were some times where we couldn't go early in the morning because it takes me a little bit longer to get up and make sure, especially when you're dealing with firearms, I want to make sure that everything's up and functioning right. And so safety was the main thing. And because of that, it cut into some of our time. So, it gets to last afternoon, actually, because last afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and, we're thinking, man, we're hoping that he gets a chance at a deer. And I'm thinking, it's getting crunch time. I hadn't seen one. Really getting down to probably like the last 40 minutes of light, I'm thinking. And I will just tell you, you can see that, you're going to see from the video that he's getting pretty, he got pretty dejected and everything. But, as patience always pays off and works out. So watch the video. And see what happens, and watch Ethan to see if he gets his first deer. Cool?
So we're 2 days after Thanksgiving. Actually, the iron bow is going on right now. We're gonna watch it here in the blind. Got Ethan, my main man. He's up on his youth hunt. He's gonna try and get whatever walks through here. So if we get him a spike, a big buck, or a doe, doesn't matter. We're gonna watch the game and just watch this afternoon and see what goes through. So stick with us. Let's see how it comes out. Oh. You got it, buddy? You got it? Oh my goodness, you got your first deer. How's that feel?
Good.
How does that feel?
Good.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
You got.
Man, that was pretty exciting. I mean, to be there when he killed his first deer, that was pretty special for me. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But what I want you to see is we're going to show that again right now. But I'm actually going to show it to you from the video inside this. And that's what's pretty cool. I was actually able to hit this button on top of the scope. It actually records the whole thing. So even if you don't have the high-speed camera equipment, it actually records your whole deer hunt for you, or your whole hog hunt, or whatever you're hunting for you. So take a look at the actual footage from inside the scope, and you'll see what we're kind of talking about. To be able to see that he's seeing what I'm seeing, you're going to hear me tell him, hey, you're good to shoot, because I'm seeing the same thing he is. And that's what's really cool about this scope and how important it was, very, very key. So take a look at the video. Whoa. All right, guys. Hey, like I said, now we're going to go get our hands on that deer. Ethan is super excited. We are able to, the best part is we're able to call his brother up at the house and tell him to bring the side by side. So we didn't even got to walk and go get it. Get side by side, tell him to bring it down there. And then we're going to get the deer and, go do our hero shot and talk about, some of the stuff. I'm really, and you're going to see, to see that deer, it dropped right there. A lot to how good a shot he made, but a lot to true ballistic ammo. That stuff is great. It's phenomenal ammo, and I can't say enough about it. It dropped that deer right there in his tracks. That's the second deer that I've shot there out of that blind and not had to track him any at all. And so key to that ammo, but really cool. You're gonna see this and see how excited he is and everything like that. Cool.
So Ethan, you just shot your first buck. How exciting was that?
Very exciting.
You exhaust them?
Yeah.
You shaking right now?
Yeah.
You ready to go get that buck?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You all excited?
Yeah.
Not a huge buck, but a good buck, right?
Yeah.
We've been waiting for 2 years to get that done, hadn't we?
Yeah.
And we finally got it done, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
You killed your first deer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Very.
Awesome deal, brother. Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Hey, proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Hey, that's pretty exciting. Even got a picture. Check this out. You cannot kill your first deer and not get the blood on your face, right? So, hey, we had to get a little bit of blood on his face. Check this picture out. Pretty cool. Super excited. Proud moment with Dad there. He was super stoked. After we got the deer, got back and recovered it back at the house. So he was pretty excited. So, hey, getting kids out there is important. I'm very fortunate. I get to spend a lot of time with my kids hunting and fishing, and that's really what this video is all about. We talk support, defend, fish. A lot of us do the defend piece because we want to make sure that, we're there for our kids and to have this beautiful country that we live in. The only way we can do that is to defend it and for what the freedoms that we take and cherish so much, and to make sure that they're there for our children and to teach our kids about it. and to get them involved in the outdoors is a way that we pass it along to them, and to spend that quality time with them. And I think it's so important. I think, especially for fathers and their sons and daughters, to get out there and spend it in the outdoors. I can't say that enough. I mean, I will just tell you, so between me and my wife, we now have 5 kids. So now it's so important between my 3 stepkids and my 2 kids to make sure that we're showing them, hey, what it means to be good stewards of the environment and everything like that. And that's what Ethan learned today. And I think in this hunt he is, and he's just so ate up. And I can tell you this much: he is so ready to get back out there and hunt. And more importantly, his brother has actually got a brand new bow this year. And so we're thinking maybe, just maybe, James may get his first bow kill, and we're going to be there to capture that whole thing if it happens. So guys, stick with us. Remember, hey, if you want to know more about Army Buck Hunters and how to become a coalition member or a task force member, go to ArmyBassAngler.com and click on the Pro Staff link up at the top, guys. It'll tell you everything we need to know about us on that page. You can go to our Facebook page or Instagram page, find out all about the nonprofits we support, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and check us out again. Whoa!